Good morning, TBV. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and let me tell you, those listening on Blog Talk, you heard this before. It might sound like, I don't know, Groundhog Day, but what a glorious morning it is when you can wake up to the news that Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte are going to be the champions that we thought they were. They both have accepted the WBC mandation that took place right here on this very podcast. So if you're just joining us, hit that thumbs up button. Why? Because your favorite podcast has caused ripples through the WBC and heavyweight division, cause and effect. Once upon a time, just 24 hours ago, Tyson Fury told Jack is the Truth in an interview that he is the lineal champ and does not do mandations. But all that has changed, Mike. All that has changed as Tyson's come out and had this to say.
Hi, this is Tyson Fury, aka the Gypsy King. I just want to say a special message to the WBC, who supported me in my comeback and been very fair with me over the years. Hi Pepe, hi Mauricio. I recently saw your quote about fighting for the interim title against Dillian Whyte, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity. But what I suggest is, because I beat Deontay Wilder, and we all know what happened, I didn't get the decision, but I still won, and the world knows. I propose that we make me and Dillian Whyte for the WBC Diamond belt, and not the interim belt. And I'll take care of Dillian Whyte and I'll knock him out within 6 rounds. I accept the challenge. Thank you very much. I'll fight Dillian Whyte every day of the week and twice on a Sunday, WBC. Make it for the Diamond belt, not the interim version, and you got a deal. Let's get it on!
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
BoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? I was hitting him with body punching. I heard him, actually he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? When did that happen? And perhaps the 4th round on?
BoxingVoice.com.
So you knew you had him by that time? Absolutely, but I knew he was touching and taking those punches.
Dazn Productions.
Making women gestures like,
Let's go, champ.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, so that is the news that we're going to be discussing today. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. This podcast calls in the heavyweight division to have some serious action because, boy, am I excited about Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte and that possibility. But without further ado,
Dazn Productions.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, I'm gonna say he was too weak. He stayed out for 47 without
A man can stand up for what he believes in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it. BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, what's up, people out there in the TBB universe? Yep, back with another one. Good morning to everybody out there in the chat. Good morning to everybody listening on YouTube. Tyson Fury finally comes to his senses, man, and say, hey, I'll fight Dillian Whyte, but you know what? I don't want no interim belt. I don't want no mandatory. I want the WBC Diamond belt. Isn't that the same belt that Ness calls wood? Is it? Are you going to answer my question? I mean, you always jump in. I was just waiting. But yeah, we'll break it down. We'll get into it. WBC Diamond. Let's talk about it. Big Nick, don't listen to it, homie. Yeah, what's going on, Nestor, man? You say you woke up excited. You woke up happy. You woke up that 2 champions, which only one has been champion, is deciding to fight each other. So Dillian Whyte, Tyson Fury, seems like it's a go. And I have one question though. Would Dillian Whyte be fighting on ESPN versus Oscar Rivas? That's one for his brother.
Oh yeah. Like he's totally gonna be fighting versus Oscar Rivas. This is all after Oscar.
I'm saying on ESPN because we know Fury is an ESPN fighter. So if that fight is gonna be covered, it's gonna be covered in the States. So is that deal that we are reported on still in play for this Oscar Rivas fight? Because we haven't heard really any kind of talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So that would be interesting to see and hear from Mr. Dean Whyte.
Well, we'll have Dean in a bit, but for those just tuning in, I do want to play, Tyson Fury's audio once again because he's accepted his side, and then Dillian Whyte reposted Tyson Fury's message saying that he'll beat him 7 days or 7 times on Sunday or something like that. You find Dillian Whyte's Instagram text. I'll play this audio.
Hi, this is Tyson Fury, aka the Gypsy King. I just want to say a special message to the WBC, who supported me in my comeback and been very fair with me over the years. Hi Pepe, hi Mauricio. I recently saw your quote about fighting for the interim title against Dillian Whyte, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity. But what I suggest is, because I beat Deontay Wilder, and we all know what happened, I didn't get the decision, but I still won, and the world knows. I propose that we make me and Dillian Whyte for the WBC Diamond belt and not the interim belt. And I'll take care of Dillian Whyte and I'll knock him out within 6 rounds. I accept the challenge. Thank you very much. I'll fight Dillian Whyte every day of the week and twice on a Sunday, WBC. Make it for the Diamond belt, not the interim version, and you got a deal. Let's get it on!
So Dillian Whyte responds, let's do it then. At Gypsy King, at WBC Boxing, at WBC Mauricio, I believe that's MORO, that's who that is. I'll fight you anytime, anywhere, 7 days a week, and 5 times on a Sunday. I look forward to putting you to sleep. Hashtag, let's go, baby. And he comes back and said, when was the last time this guy knocked someone out? He couldn't knock out a wank. I don't know what wank is. Maybe a wanker or something like that.
I don't know. Maybe a wink of sleep. You know,
a wank, not wink, like a wank, like an A.
So listen. What do you think about Tyson's proposal to fight for the WBC Diamond? As you can see on our screen, if you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button as it helps with the visibility of the show. It lets us know that you're enjoying the high quality content that we're putting out here on a daily basis. So smash that thumbs up button. Smash it, smash it, smash it. So yeah, Mike, I got the WBC Diamond Championship from Wikipedia. And some very prestigious champions have held this title. But from what I am reading, you don't have to defend this title and you can vacate this title, and it doesn't get you a mandatory shot at the WBC full champion Deontay Wilder. Now, I did want to ask Mauricio Suleiman on this, so I reached out to him. We're waiting to see can we get him. He's obviously in another country with the time zone behind us. If he can make it, he'll be on. And we'll have Dean Whyte in a few minutes, the brother of Dillian Whyte, to at least give us his takes on this. You know, he always tries to play a bit of the fence here, but we'll see.
Yeah, man. I think it'd be good to have Dean on to see how he feels about the potential matchup between him. I mean, but not him, but his brother, Tyson Fury. Also, the Diamond Belt was created in 2009. And this belt was a honorary championship exclusively awarded to the winner of a historic fight between two high profile and elite boxers. So I'm guessing both these guys are high profile. You know what I'm saying? Two of the top 5 heavyweights in the division, and for their division, they are elite boxers. So the Diamond Belt fits right along to this, but I didn't know that it had this much rich history. Manny Pacquiao,
Miguel Cotto. Lineage?
Yeah, Maris Bradis, Bernard Hopkins, Calvin Smith, Sergio Martinez, Saul,
That's the one that
Canelo
I always
Alvarez.
use. That's the scenario I always use. They gave him diamond belt status, Sergio, and they took his belt and gave it to Julio Cesar Chavez. But that forced the fight that Julio didn't want to negotiate. I'm telling you, WBC, while people call them all types of names, they always try to make sure the fight happens, bro. What you can see here is
Hold on. They do that though.
What you can see here is that I am kind of true on my statement that this belt is worth wood. You see, Regis held this belt, but that meant nothing for him. It didn't raise his profile. He didn't get a defense. It didn't make Jose Ramirez fight him. He just paid for this belt. Earl Spence holds this belt after his win over Mikey Garcia. It means nothing other than he's in the VADA program.
Yes, the WBC does make a lot of good fights, man. They mandate, I wouldn't say make, but they mandate a lot of good fights. So this is like right along with that. This is along with the Gennady and Charlo fight. You know what I'm saying? It's right along those lines of WBC being one of the best organizations in boxing when it comes to mandating. You know what I'm saying? Best versus best. People forget they mandated Canelo and Triple G, and Canelo vacated his belt. So WBC have a long history of making the right decision when it comes to two guys fighting for like supremacy or fighting for that coveted mandatory spot for Wilder. Yeah, man, I was kind of surprised when I woke up this morning. Like you seen me with the title. You know what I'm saying? I thought Fury said what he wanted to say yesterday. I don't know if somebody got in his ear. His promoter, maybe Bob Arum. Bob Arum has a long history with the WBC, so maybe he said something to him. Go ahead, Ness.
Bruh, you just don't do that.
You
don't shoot yourself in the foot.
I thought you was playing yesterday. Like
no,
he did a complete 360.
Brother.
No, I'm a bad 180.
Look at this diamond belt status. The names that were mentioned there. You know, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Meredith Britis, Leo Santa Cruz, Nonito Donaire, Prograis, Garcia, Sergey Kovalev, Earl Spence. Like, why wouldn't you want to be amongst those names? I don't see Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte did. Everyone here was a pound for pound at one point or another. Manny Pacquiao. Not Meredith Britis, but Bernard. Not Callum Smith, he's young, but he got a huge win. Martinez, absolutely. Kovalev, Alvarez, Mayweather, Santa Cruz, Garcia. Santa Cruz after the Abner win. Easy. So I'm pretty sure he was in the list. I could be wrong, though. I will take that back. But I wanted to ask you, like, you brought up where would the Rivas fight take place in terms of U.S. broadcaster. What do you think about this? There were rumors that Top Rank wanted Dillian Whyte. Could
there was rumors that he signed him.
Exactly. Could this just further sweeten the deal? I got to get Dillian in here. Dean in here. He still hasn't created a freaking Skype.
Okay, go ahead. Do your thing.
Making me pay long distance to call.
What's the question? Are you he paying?
I gotta pay because I'm calling long distance UK to connect them. But what do you think? Where does this fight land? U.S. provider.
Yeah, it could be very interesting. Now we've seen Dillian Whyte last couple of fights, U.S. broadcast, be on Showtime Boxing. I know the Chisora fight was on there, and correct me if I'm wrong, the Joseph Parker fight was on Showtime too. So these last two fights have been on Showtime Boxing, but there were rumors that when Dillian came out to America, he met with PBC, he met with some leaders of Dazn, and he met with some leaders of ESPN. And from that, from those meetings, we hear that all three of those American broadcasters were very interested in Dillian Whyte. Now, a week, 2 weeks later, we find out that Dillian Whyte could be possibly signing with not Showtime, but ESPN. And that right there is where we're at now. We're trying to figure out, is he an ESPN fighter?
Let's go! I'm ready!
And who would be better to answer that than his brother, Dean Whyte?
Mike, we have his brother Dean Whyte on the line. Just want to thank you first and foremost for continuing to come on the program, being a regular here. Obviously, some very big news, kind of flip-flop like a pancake. Yesterday, Tyson Fury says he's the lineal champ. He doesn't do mandations this morning for us. we wake up and he comes out. He's already said on his Instagram, you know what? Mauricio, Pepe, I love you guys. You've supported me. I'm accepting the terms. I just want to do it for a diamond belt. Dean, I mean, obviously, you have your management company. You're managing all the fighters that you and Dillian have. Go ahead, Mike.
I was going, before you ask him that question, I was going to ask Mr. White, last time you had your politician hat on, could you please leave that hat at home right now and give us some,
I don't know about
detail
any
with these
hat,
answers?
but, some of the questions, if I'm unable to answer, those are the answers you'll get, But, yeah.
All right, so news
What
broke
was the
this morning
question you have for
that
me today?
Tyson Fury did like a 180 on what he said yesterday. He said that he wasn't going to fight Dillian Whyte, that he shouldn't be mandated, that a lineal champion shouldn't be mandated to fight a mandatory or a eliminator. But now he changed his mind. What do you think made him change his mind, and do you think that he's really serious about fighting your brother, Dillian Whyte?
At first I was a bit confused because he did a few interviews, which, was commendable, and he seemed to praise my bro Dillian, and he was all for the WBC giving him an opportunity, And on the flip side of the coin, I think maybe because I heard that not a lot of people are aware of the diamond belt. It's a super belt, so it would seem, the W Super. So it would supersede the one Deontay Wilder's got. So maybe he's managed to find out about that. So now that's why he's done the 360 and said, oh, well, in actual fact, why do I need to fight for interim when we could fight for the diamond? Which makes sense. And then my bro Dillian gets to fight for a world title. And that's all he wants to do. So I guess it would make sense in that sense because both guys get to fight for a full world title as opposed to interim. I don't believe that none of them are interested in that interim title.
Now, you just said that you believe, and I tried to contact Mauricio because obviously all this happened on an interview that we did with him on the show a couple days ago, but he's about an hour behind us, so hopefully he's up and he could get on. Because you believe that the WBC Diamond Belt supersedes the WBC Championship title that Deontay Wilder has?
That's what I heard. Doing my little investigations, what I done. That's what I heard. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, or someone else can. But that's what I'm led to believe. I heard Callum Smith is someone who has the Super WBC. Is that true? Do you know? I think.
Well, yeah, Callum Smith
That's
does have a
believe,
diamond.
so
He does have the diamond, but that's at 175, which doesn't make him the champion, right? Because
168.
Yeah, 168. But isn't Benavidez?
No, Anthony
Durrell.
the
Anthony
champion
Durrell's the champion. Due to defend it pretty soon too, I believe.
So that means, yeah, that's correct then. So that would mean he's the super champion if that's the case then. But if it's the same belt, because like Joshua, like you got the regular WBA and then Joshua's got the super, is that not right? The WBA?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds correct, but Dean, so how would that work, right? Because as the super WBA, you never really get mandated. Like, so will they mandate Deontay Wilder to fight the winner of Tyson Fury? Or do you guys mandate Wilder to fight you because you say your belt supersedes him? It's just a bit messy.
A tricky one, but, I'm sure all that wrangling would get sorted out by the WBC. But listen, these guys at the top there, they do want to fight each other. So if you do have a belt and then, the winner out of that, if they start calling out Deontay Wilder and saying, now, listen, buddy, that belt now, I'm the actual champion of this division. I'm the super champ. You got to come see me. So, listen, Deontay Wilder's fought Fury already. He hasn't fought my bro, so if my bro gets his hands on that belt, that's an opportunity for them to clear up that issue there or whatever. But, I believe, I don't think it would be as hard as we imagine it to be,
So
now,
these two fights are obviously going to go forward. Tom Schwartz, Fury, Rivas, and Dillian Whyte. We haven't been told how us, the Americans, get to watch Dillian Whyte. Is it going to be on ESPN or is it going to be on Dazn? Because we're interested in Oscar Rivas. His last fight was on ESPN. Now he's fighting in the UK. I mean, do we get to see it?
Or will you guys be going back to Showtime?
I believe it. Say that again, sorry?
I said, will you guys be going back to Showtime? Because I believe that the Parker fight and the Chisora fight was on Showtime over here in the States.
Yeah, that was the case. I remember Showtime was involved. Do you know what? I suppose the team have a good relationship with Showtime, but I am not 100% sure. There's a possibility it might be ESPN. But I think because, who is it again? You said Rivas is signed with ESPN, is that correct? Or is it
I don't know if he signed with ESPN, but I do know Bob Arum. He normally has an option on the fighter next fight, whoever fights on ESPN. So I'm pretty sure that this fight with Rivas might land on ESPN.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking on that side. On my bro side, that's down to him and the negotiations, what he makes with any of the networks, So
is he making a mistake by having all this focus on Fury and not necessarily? Well, I can't say that because
no. Yeah, sorry, I thought I'd interject you before. He's definitely not overlooking that. What it is I think there wasn't too much said about it before. Now that Tyson Fury said what you said, he's come out and replied. Before it was a little bit hush under the carpet, and at the minute, because Fury was like saying one thing, he was saying one thing, and then I think he was a little bit upset with the WBC doing that. But now that he's come out and said that, you got this, I'm on whatever you're on. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do, I'm good with. If that can be made, I'll step up to the plate and we'll do this. But then he's definitely not overlooking Rivas. He trains diligently as always. He's in camp now, and he's definitely not going to overlook that. I think they both got fights ahead, so it was just them commenting on the matter.
Let's say.
Let me get one in there, Mike. Or did you just go? I thought you just went.
Go ahead.
Is Dillian Whyte's willingness to fight Tyson Fury come about from any of these rumors that he's knocked Tyson Fury down or out in sparring? Is any of that true? Can you, I don't know, shed some light?
Do you know what? I don't know who obviously put it out there. Maybe he put it out there. I can't remember. But, them sparring stories, they a long time ago they sparred. And that's what he said happened, I can't go. I wasn't there. Obviously, that's what he said happened, That's what happened. I'm not going to go against the grain of what he said happened. I wasn't there in that instant. But, that's sparring anyway. I mean, these both boys have come a long way in their careers. And it'll definitely be an interesting fight for them. But yet again, we've still got a long way to go. We're not, they can't really look past the fighters. They've got to fight respectively. And then the WBC also has got a mandate that Diamond Belt. That might not happen. So then all of this, what we're focusing on talking about, is just a myth and up in the air, All
right. Well, let's say that the WBC does mandate that Diamond Belt and Fury beats Schwartz, White beats Rivas. One of the most important things in boxing where fighters can make the most money is the location of the fight. If this fight is mandated and both fighters accept, in your opinion, should this fight happen in the States or should this be a big UK fight over in the UK?
I have no doubt this will be a mega fight in the UK. They're both UK fighters. Obviously, I know.
Even with
Fury is signed.
I hate to interrupt, Dean.
In America.
I hate to interrupt, but with the pressure that we're seeing DAZN.
Well, don't do so. Sorry,
with the pressure,
I'm messing. Go on.
No, it's all good. With the pressure that we're seeing DAZN put on AJ, why wouldn't ESPN put equal pressure on Tyson Fury to make his fights U.S. Fights or U.S. Fights that could be televised on U.S. at an appropriate time? Even though this is an all UK affair, the broadcaster might be like, nah, man, we invested $80 million in you. You got to fight in America, champ.
No, I fully understand that. It's not out of the realms. I definitely would say that. But the likelihood is, it would be in the UK because what is it? ESPN, I think, and Frank Warren's still involved in Tyson Fury. You know, I think it could potentially be a stadium fight over here. You know, because my bro Dillian does well already at the O2, and you know, to add Tyson Fury to the mix, and then put on a spectacular undercard, I could believe it could do well in a stadium.
This is not. Is this big enough to take the Wembley?
It could be in America.
Is this big enough to take the Wembley date?
Potentially. Obviously, you know, those two are gonna, you know, they do good by themselves, I guess. But there could be another venue maybe they could look at. Potentially. I don't know. What's another big? But I suppose you wouldn't want it outside of London. So, you know, or outside, yeah. So I don't know. There's venues, but you know, that's down to them to probably figure out. But I think, you know, the fans would appreciate it here because they're both, you know, from the United Kingdom, and yeah.
So, Dean, you think that this fight can happen next? I just asked that because what if Deontay Wilder sees all the news, smells what's going on, and says, no, hey team, negotiate with Fury, because if Dillian Whyte knocks out Tyson, I'm fucked. I don't get to avenge that loss. Does Tyson say, well, fuck it, why do I fight Dillian Whyte when I can just go and fight Deontay Wilder again in a rematch?
Yeah, but then what you got to look at is he's had that offer. He's had the offer, you know, 50-50 split, an immediate rematch. But then saying that, what I look at is, you know, he went into that fight. He was off for nearly a good part of 3 years, 2 years, 8 months, whatever he was. He went into that fight, and I believe he won that fight. Obviously, to take the champion's belt, you know, you do got to do something special, and I think them 2 knockdowns didn't help him. But I still think even if he gave them 10-8 rounds, I wouldn't have gave Deontay Wilder more than 3 rounds in that whole fight. So, you know what I mean? I still think Fury won that fight and beat him fair and clear and got robbed. So I think he was upset. So I don't know if they plan on having their fights, you know, he's done it backwards, because what I'm trying to say is normally you'd have the 2-3 warm-up fights, then fight the champion. He went in there straight away, fought the champion, and now wants 2-3 warm-up fights, you know? So a little bit of an unusual way he's done it. But I don't know. I think if they do offer him that fight, the potential is that he might take it. If they offer the diamond belt, that's something unusual as well in itself. That supersedes that belt, some would say. So he might say, you know what, damn it, let me go for the super belt, you know? And then I come back to the negotiation tables and negotiate with Wilder in a better position, because I'm the top dog now, you know?
Do you think that this would like satisfy Dillian Whyte? Because over the past year and a half, he's been trying to get a world title shot with Deontay Wilder, with Anthony Joshua, but it just hasn't seemed to be like working out for him. And sometimes he seems a little bit frustrated in the media. But do you think that with the WBC doing this shines light on him and makes him believe that if he beats Fury, that Wilder fight would be next for him?
I think just, you know, listen, all he wants to do is fight for a world title. So the reality is, if it's Fury, if it's Joshua, if it's Wilder, you know, I don't think he necessarily, you know, is majorly concerned. You know, the handling, how the WBC's gone on, hasn't been the greatest. I don't know, but I mean, if he can get to fight for a world title, if it's, like I said, any of those guys or anyone else, I think he'll relish the opportunity, you know?
Absolutely. Now, are you guys still working fight by fight with Matchroom?
Before you answer that,
yeah, I believe so.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say, do you feel Eddie Hearn has done right by your brother? Your brother is number 1 in the WBO. He's number 1 contender in the WBC. He stayed active, but he hasn't gotten a title shot. Now he's got to get in an eliminator with the number 2 in the world, not just in the sanctioning body. or the number one, arguably, in Tyson Fury, right? It depends who you talk to, which water cooler you're at. Is Eddie doing right by your brother? Like, why this guy hasn't gotten a title shot yet? Like, some people kind of think he has because he fought AJ, but that wasn't a title shot. That was before the glitz and the glam. Like, I mean, what's going on?
You know, obviously, if you look at the both fighters, obviously, you know, everyone says AJ is the cash cow, but then he's the mechanism behind him that gives them the opportunity, the bargaining chip to get the money. And, you know, they signed a mega deal with Dazn and stuff, and then obviously he's over there with Sky and stuff. So he's the money guy. So when you look at it and how he's, would I say the word manipulate, or would I say, I don't know, more used his power to make sure Joshua got all the belts he possibly could line up as a monopoly as quickly as he could. But then yet again, because the magnitude and the draw of Joshua, he would say it brought the money for him to do that. So what, you know, like, in turn, what I'm saying is, like, you know, like, my bro is at a level and then Joshua is at a different level, I think. So what they was alluding to is that, you know, the money wasn't there for them to try and offer the sums to get these other guys to fight. But what I'm trying to say is, anyway, he looked after him because of the financial side. I don't believe the same respect has been warranted over here. He's done okay, you know, but I mean, the team with my bro picked the path for my bro to get to where he is. I don't think Eddie's done anything out of the ordinary to help him get a world title. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think, and I remember him saying something similar to what I was trying to break down there in an interview about the positioning, you know, with Vladimir and Joshua. The money that was in there, they was able to offer Vladimir an obscene sum to get him to the table to get that fight that would look like the passing of the rings as it was, you know, like the new guy, the passing of the guard of the old guy, and so on. Charles Martin, they paid a ridiculous sum, was it $5 million? They bought that belt. There was nothing in it, but they knew on the flip side of the coin, they're going to get the money back because he's such a big draw, you know? So when you look at it, he is focused solely on make sure and Joshua, the cash cow, his guy, and pushing him in the fashion he needs to. He does okay by my bro Dillian, but I mean, I don't believe, look, if he's not delivered one world title, you know, not one, well, I shouldn't even say that. Well, he was offered the Joshua fight, and Eddie was saying was justified and okay, but then it's a bit weird that you go and offer Baby Miller, the juice machine, $8 million. So you offer them virtually double the figure. Doesn't make any sense to me, you know?
No, it does not.
Wait, my co-host likes to rub it in my face that Big Baby only got offered 4.8. Are you saying he got offered 8 million?
6.5, I think.
Now you're switching to 6.5.
No, I remember because Eddie offered him 4.8, then Dazn came in and put some on top of it. Do you not remember that being a report?
Yeah, Dazn put the top on it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, it's roughly around 7-8 million. That's what I was told anyway. So.
As long as it's not 4.8, the way that my co-host tries to make it seem in certain arguments.
That's what Eddie said, 4.8. Well, one person say Eddie's right.
I mean, this is the horse's mouth. He got the offer.
All right, but even if Eddie said 4.8 is still more than they were offered, but maybe it's dollars. Like I said, it might be different. You know.
I kind of wanted to change gears real quick and ask you about one of your fighters that fought over the weekend, Fabio Worley, got an impressive KO victory. What's next for him?
Yeah, he's going to be out. He might be out in June, you know, but I definitely believe he'll be out on my bro Dillian show, the Reavers and White show. Fabio's doing good, you know. He's moving. He looked impressive. And he got a good stoppage over a guy that's been the distance with Swartz and a few other guys. So you know, he's on the way up, man. You know, so it's a good look.
Will Richard Rackpo be on that Dillian Whyte card too?
Richard, yeah. He's definitely on there. He's got a really good fight again. He's fighting Chris Billiam Smith, another big prospect who's coming up over. He's undefeated as well. So that's a very intriguing fight. That guy is managed by and trained by the McGuigans.
Okay, so like a damn good fight. Next, you got something else? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find out.
I'll
go ahead.
I'm saying Richard's got exceptional power, man. He reminds me like a Deontay Wilder. You know, once he hits the target, there's not much that left in the tank after a few of those shots keep hitting the target. You know.
Yeah, man, I won some money on Richards. I did, man. He did a good job outboxing his last opponent. So last question basically is, did Dillian sign any contract? Is he with ESPN? Is he with Dazn? Like, is he? Where's the broadcaster? There was so many rumors of so many deals.
Yeah.
He went to see so many people, and what did he just decide to stay where he's at?
Well, from where I can see, that it's up in the air. I guess I'm sure something will be revealed shortly. I'm sorry if it's not the answer you want, but sometimes whatever deals you are doing, sometimes they do take long. So maybe there will be further news at a later date, but I can't deny or say whatever way. So the answer is I'm not sure.
Oh,
but I'm sure at fight time we're gonna know, because I'm sure there'll be someone. That he's gonna make a deal with someone or the other.
Cool. Well,
before we let you go, big heavyweight fight this weekend: Deontay Wilder, Dominic Brazil. How do you see that playing out? Do you think Brazil has a chance to get the upset?
Yeah, that was funny. I was actually literally just watched the press conference. That guy Deontay Wilder is so funny. I don't know if he even listens back what he actually says in interviews. Sometimes he's hilarious. But it's an interesting fight. I think, I think you've got. Let me try and work this. Let me say this. I think you've got, what's his name? Dominic Brazil, big, tough guy. Was he former American football player? I think since his defeat from Joshua, I think he's improved. He's had some really good wins. But he's too open. I think he's too open. And I think the power that Deontay Wilder wields, I think he's gonna baptize that boy. I hope it's a really good fight. I hope they both, beat the shit out of each other. Give the fans a good fight. And, long live the heavyweight division, man. But yeah, I think Deontay Wilder might have a little bit too much for him. But Virgil Hunter, that's a new trainer he's assigned, is that correct?
Yes. Dominic Brazil is with Virgil Hunter now.
So let's hope, let's hope, obviously I think it's really a short thing. I don't know if, you can change things that fast with joining a camp. Who knows? I'm not sure if he's a fast learner or whatever. But, it would be good if, it did shuffle up things if there was an upset. It would be interesting, I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean? But I think Deontay Wilder might do. Listen, he's done it time and time again. People obviously criticise him and say stuff, but you only can beat what's in front of you, I guess. So you've got to give him credit for that at least. Maybe not his dress sense all the time.
The final last one, super last one, Joshua Andy Ruiz. Do you think anything special happens there, being as though it's a late-minute opponent?
You know what? Andrew Ruiz is a very good fighter. He's a former Olympian, is he not? He doesn't look the greatest aesthetically, but he's definitely got a very good, boxing IQ, fast hands. That fight against Parker, I thought he won that, to be honest. I thought I had him shading it, and that was a really, really good and close fight. That was quite evenly matched. This fight here is a bit different. You've got a guy who's 6'6", looks the part, long jab, step back, right hand. But I think it will be interesting for a while. But I still have Joshua winning that, maybe mid-round, 6 rounds or 7 rounds. Could get him out of there early. I don't know how good my match is, but he seems to take a decent shot, I think. And he does really well for a big guy. I think it's a good replacement. I don't know. I think it's a good replacement. I actually was going to come to the Miller fight, but when obviously they changed it and all that, I decided, you know what? Let me keep my ass over here, keep my money in my pocket. I don't know. This one doesn't thrill me as much, but I am excited nevertheless. I like Miller because he talks a lot of smoke,
Yeah.
And I wanted him to come and bring it. I wanted him to come and bring it, and I wanted to see how Joshua handled that. So I was definitely up for that, and a bit of partying in New York and the rest of it. But I think I'll stay here now. But this one doesn't excite me that much. But I think it's an excellent replacement. I would have preferred Ortiz, but this is not bad. This is not a bad fight. I think he might be troubled early with Ruiz with the speed, because he does get caught, Joshua, quite a little bit sometimes. Look, Povetkin was catching him quite a bit. So let's see, man. It's definitely an interesting fight.
Hey, Dean, have you ever sparred? You, yeah. Have you ever sparred?
Have I sparred who?
Anybody?
Me, of course. I've done.
Now, look. Give me a tip. I'm going in the ring for the first time on May 31st. What's the biggest thing that I need to worry about my first time being in the ring? Is it breathing? Is it over excitement? Is it butterflies?
No, listen. Butterflies is cool because you got nervous energy. Everyone. I say everyone has them. Some people deny they actually have them. Some people pretend they live up to the full of it. But nervous energy is fine. I think the most thing is once you get into the ring to try and switch off what's going on outside and try and settle your nerves as quickly as possible. Because if you're not relaxed, you're going to burn up nervous energy like you're talking about, and then you're going to tire quicker, or you're just going to be throwing loads of stupid punches, what a lot of people do when they do white collar or amateur stuff, and end up getting caught or push both hands out when the person's punching out. Amateurs, like white collar people do that. It is crazy. But I think try to relax, try to enjoy the occasion. And obviously you've been training and try and, go out there, use your jab and just try and relax, man. Relaxing is one of the most important things, though, man, because if you're not relaxed, it's going to be, like you're going to burn up a lot of nervous energy and tire yourself out. Try to enjoy the occasion, learn whatever you've learned in the boxing gym over the time, whatever camp you've had, 5 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever it is, try and think about that. Get your guard up, stick behind your jab, and get your work done. I'm sure you.
Well, Dean, man, we want to thank you. Obviously, it's been a pleasure to have you on. We hope we can continue to get you on, and thank you for giving Mike his tips. He's going to be doing his first wheelchair boxing match in May 31st, and obviously the man in question, Mauricio Suleiman, is donating one of those boxing adaptive wheelchairs. So Mike should be ready. But I see he got that nervous energy now, because I used to tell him, that when you get in the ring, it's different. Now he's starting to ask people, so I guess it's starting.
Just taking it in, man. Just taking it in.
I see the fight date is getting closer, so now the nerves are kicking in.
Listen, all the best, man. Whatever it is, you know what I mean. Listen, just go in there and enjoy it. Soak up the nervous energy and put it into something positive and get out there and do your bit, man. You know what I'm saying? Have fun. That's the main thing. You know what I'm saying?
And I would be remiss if I didn't tell you, Jack is the truth said what's up.
Yes. He's all in the comment section. Dean, man, thank you once again, brother.
Enjoy.
Jack is the truth that he interviewed you.
Akin.
Okay, cool. Yes. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Well, Dean, brother, thank you again. If you have any social media you want to give out, anything you want to say before we let you go, do so.
Yeah, no, I'm on Twitter, Dean Whyte, number 8. And on Instagram, it's _Dean White, man. Check me out, give me a follow, and check out the interviews. And thanks again, you guys, as always. You know what I mean? Big up to the US fans and stuff. We always log in and tune in to hear what we got to say. I appreciate this, guys, as always. Yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. There you have it. Dean White, brother of Dillian Whyte. Great interview. We're going to get these phone lines moving immediately. We got so much more planned for you, so stay tuned. Join us on Patreon today for a film study at patreon.com/The Boxing Voice.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Yo, if you're listening right now on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, man. It helps with the visibility of the show. We got 623 watching, so I need at least 400 thumbs up. So go ahead and do that. Not now, but right now. Thank you so much.
Let's go out to Baltimore. Troy, talk to me.
What's going on, Troy?
Hey, brothers. You know what? Yeah, I don't got nothing today, man. I'm working, so, I'll just call back a different day.
All right, big dog. Have a good day at work.
All right. Enjoy the work, brother. We're going out to self-proclaimed 2019 Rookie Caller of the Year.
BoxingVoice.com. It's money to shit. Working that wrist. Ballin' like Swiss. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick. I'm whipping the work.
Age Money.
Hey, yo, what's going on? It's your boy H Money, Mr. Dazn. And I got to say, it was a great interview with Dean White, the brother of Dillian Whyte. And guess what? Eddie Hearn got the best heavyweights in the world. Line them up. We going to shut them down. You feel me? Guess what? Tyson Fury, I've been waiting for you, Tyson Fury, because you've been running and hiding. I got Dillian Whyte for you. Yes, Eddie Hearn, you want to disrespect Eddie Hearn? We going to put one of our fighters up, and you going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because Deontay Wilder knocked you out. Deontay Wilder, he beat you. And that's the whole world know it. It was a slow count. Deontay Wilder won that fight. That's why he didn't want the rematch. And now he said he want to fight Dillian Whyte. In my heart, I know he going to duck Dillian Whyte because he got dropped in the sparring match. And his brother just confirmed that. And until somebody got some heavyweights that want to step up to Matchroom and want to step up to Eddie Hearn in the zone and the rest of the squad with Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying? Then I stop talking. You know what I mean? Then I stop talking. Because Eddie Hearn is the king of boxing. And Dillian Whyte going to knock out Tyson Fury. Let's go. Let's go.
H Money. Coming with that heat.
T in the shot.
You want to talk bad about Eddie?
T in the shot, talk to me.
Yeah, hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Hey, dude on dope. He be hype.
He got that energy. That's that boxing energy going through him, baby.
Can't help it, man. He missed the motherfucking DAZN.
Got something.
Respect to check it.
That's that bag. That's that bag. Hey, Ness, bro, I heard you say something about when y'all had White Brother on the phone. Bro, you said, like, which network they were going to fight on or whatever, and that's true because, like, what's his name? Frank Warren, anytime he spoke up that fight, hold on 1 second. Yeah, hello?
Yep.
Anytime Frank Warren bring up that fight, he says Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte must fight in the UK. That fight must happen in the UK. But anytime, that's what I'm saying, like the three of those dudes on three different pages, Tyson Fury, Frank Warren, and Bob
90
because
seconds.
Bob Allen says that anytime Tyson Fury fights, it's going to be on ESPN in the U.S. So I feel like those dudes need to get their story straight. They all
Stunner, Jersey, talk to me.
What's going on, Stunner?
I'll keep it short and sweet today. I like the fight. The only thing I have a problem with is Tyson Fury trying to use the WBC Diamond
60 seconds.
The solidifying factor. Because, as we all know, if, let's say, the WBC doesn't do this, which they shouldn't, if they don't, approve the Diamond Belt being in that fight, everybody's going to try to say, oh, the WBC's, protecting this, that, and the third, which is BS. It's like we have 2 UK fighters who have been ordered to, at different times throughout the last 2 years, to fight, and they turn it down, and now they want to make their own request for Diamond Belts. It's bullshit. Just fight the dude, man. Like, I don't know, man. I was honestly kind of upset that when you had, Dean White on here, you weren't kind of pressing him more on this, because it's like, Dillian Whyte is literally in the same situation that Luis Ortiz was in last year when he wants to fight the guy that the WBC asked him to, and the other guy doesn't want to fight.
10 seconds.
Since it's two UK fighters, we should put a special belt in place for them. Like, get the hell out of here. You want to do a diamond belt? Why don't you make a Luis Ortiz versus Dillian Whyte? Like, forget this Tyson Fury dude. Like, he's fighting bums. He turned down a WBC title shot. This is getting ridiculous, man.
Yeah, but Stunner, you hating the player. Don't hate the player, hate the game. You mad at Tyson because he was slick enough. You mad at Tyson because he was slick enough to ask for this. Lewis ain't asked for this. That ain't our fault. You feel me?
Cut it.
Lewis should be putting his weight around. You know what I'm saying? Lewis didn't do that. Tyson did. So that ain't nobody's fault but Lewis. And I get what you're saying. Yo, they shouldn't need a belt to fight each other. But hey, this is the world that we live in. So maybe Lewis and his team need to get a little bit more aggressive in their negotiations.
And we all know, man, more time than not, these sanctioned bodies are more than happy to do what? Put a belt up.
Bruh, and who cares? Who cares if they put this diamond belt?
Exactly.
Like, let's be G, right? Like, when have we ever heard a diamond belt do anything? Like, Callum Smith been a diamond WBC. He ain't called or asked to fight Benavidez or Anthony Durrell yet.
My nigga, tell me why I'm over here like...
He over here trying to get a Canelo shot off that WBC diamond. Get out of here.
I'm over here like the first 20 minutes like, damn, don't Dillian Whyte already got the damn diamond belt?
Nah, he got the interim.
The silver.
He got the interim.
He got the silver belt, the WBC silver belt.
There you go, silver.
So
Let's go out to... Oh, I'm sorry.
It's like 3 or 4 of them motherfuckers, bro. I see why you call it wood.
I'm telling you. Listen, if it ain't the real deal, it ain't the real deal, man. Robert Bonilla, talk to me. Robert, just listening. You always just listening. It's all good.
Yeah, yes.
All right. So, in and out, man. Short and sweet. Love the news. I don't care like Stunner in New Jersey about this diamond belt. Mikey had the diamond belt when, look, Linares was supposed to fight Mikey. He vacated. They made Mikey diamond. Let Linares fight. Who he fought for that shit? Like Corolla.
Oh yeah. He
much,
unified with Corolla.
Yeah, so much whackness went on, and that was a diamond belt. That's why it didn't mean nothing. Mikey was always the real champ. Then he vacated when he had to fight Earl, but they also put the diamond belt on the line for Earl. You feel me? Like Mikey was the true WBC champ at 135 and held that status until he vacated.
Yeah.
But by moving up to fight Earl...
Didn't he get a belt at 42?
Yeah.
WBC belt?
I don't know if it was WBC. I thought it was the IBF versus Sergey Lipinets.
Yeah, maybe in IBF.
But moving up to 47 is the same rules that they did here. This fight was created... Diamond Chip Belt was created as an honorary championship exclusivity to award the winners of a historic fight between 2 high-profile fighters or high-profile elite boxers. So Mikey and Earl are high-profile elite boxers, so they were awarded the Diamond Belt.
Historic too.
Yeah,
Mikey moving up 2 weight classes.
Yeah, they were awarded the Diamond Belt. Now this one isn't historic. But if you throw in the fact that it's a big UK affair, then maybe there's history there. And again, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It just gives us the fight we want. So come on, guys. Wake up, smell the coffee, listen to TV, and come to school.
I don't believe that the Diamond Belt supersedes the
No, it doesn't. Belt. It doesn't, but let them think it so the fight can happen. It doesn't matter.
That's why I ain't say shit like, yeah, man, it's cool with me. But follow me on IG at
Look at what it
Gross1911.
says right there in that bottom line. Although this title can be defended, it is not mandatory. It is not a mandatory requirement. The title can also be vacated in case of fighters' long-term absence or retirement from boxing.
Gotcha.
So you don't even gotta. You just get this. You
Yeah,
gotta
you ain't
pay
gotta
to get
defend
it
it,
though.
nothing.
You know there's some sanctioning fees to get this.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be nice looking to get that. But yeah, man, follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312, man. And yeah, catch us back here later on today. And if you're lucky enough to catch us on Patreon tonight, we'll probably be doing a film study. I want to do Brazil and is Guzga. Izuno,
or
yeah.
just go with Izu.
Izu, yeah. I want to do him and Izu, man. It's gonna. I thought that was a
What's
great
the
fight when it
Wilder
happened.
news? What happened to his big announcement though?
Maybe he's coming, bro.
When?
Damn.
What time?
I don't know. It's only 10 o'clock, bro. I'm pretty sure they just started moving around.
He
not
on
too
the
long
East
ago.
Coast. He was here yesterday, so like he up. But
What's
anyway,
up?
I am Ness GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for using Blog